What's up, peoples? It's Gendo here, and welcome back to another edition of the Great Chicago Fire. Of course, as always, if you are still enjoying the series, please go and drop it a like, and Merry Christmas, everybody. It's the MLS Cup playoffs, but first we need to determine who we're actually going to be facing. Let's take a look and see the Eastern Conference matches in this wild card. DC United beating Red Bulls, which means we can't face DC United. We gotta play the winner of the next match, and holy crap, Columbus just absolutely stomping on Orlando City 6-2, which means that we are facing Columbus in the first round of the playoffs, which isn't a bad draw, but it probably is one of the worst that we could have picked up. Yeah, that means we're going to have a little bit of a fight on our hands, but you know what? This is never easy, so why not go the hardest route that we can? Columbus, Toronto, and then probably Portland on the other side. That would make for some good football watching. No new injuries to report, but Ferreira is going to be out suspended due to accumulated yellow cards, which means that he's going to be replaced by Bastian Schweinsteiger in the defensive mid spot today, and the rest of the spots are as follows. Sean Johnson in net, Ramos, Kapelhoff, Opara, Chris Hall along the back lines, Guarin and Diskerud, the two center mids, a common Molino on the wings, Christian Ramirez sitting up top, and we are, of course, going to be the away side. We have home field advantage. We have home second leg advantage throughout the entirety of the playoffs, which means that we start away and we need to get as many away goals as possible to just put this on ice, get on with it, and get to the next round. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Let's go kick off and see what happens in this first leg. And Bastian Schweinsteiger is now officially on borrowed time because he keeps on extending his retirement until the end of the season. But once it's over, he's gone, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Columbus Crew once again coming forward, Nisi, but it's tackled away by Molino, and we can hit him on a counter. What a great through ball to Christian Ramirez. He's not quite through. Should have taken a better shot. He had runners. He could have passed it off. Guarin on the edge of the box. Free kick. Oh, you gotta do better than that. We're going to switch it up to attack. I'm playing on counter. For the first time in a long time, I was actually playing on counter, but ultimately didn't work. And then Guarin taking a chance, and it's over the bar. Jeez. Ball come through now. Molino, he's through on net. He turns around the goalkeeper, the talisman, Kevin Molino. It's his fourth goal in 3 games, and he puts the Fire up 1-0 before halftime. The man has been a godsend for the Chicago Fire ever since coming in the first season. Kevin Molino doing it all himself. I mean, look at that. He had no help around him and said, sure, I'll take on the defenders. I'll score the goal. I gotcha. 1 minute of stoppage time on the clock in this first half, and ball through to Kevin Molino. Who else? But he finds Christian Ramirez, and it's on the far post, and it's 2-0 to the Fire right before the stroke of halftime. It's his 16th goal of the season. Christian Ramirez back on form after not having scored in a couple of matches. And who just happens to be there on the offensive side too to help out? Of course, Kevin Molino with the assist. I want to take a look and see what his assist tally is at the end of the season. He is easily the team MVP right now, is Kevin Molino. And that is something that I can't take away from him. He's been doing exceptionally well. And the team has been doing exceptionally well as well. So I'm just going to send him back out there. We're doing fine. 2 away goals. Let's see if we can grab another one. Oh, what a great tackle from Mix. I wasn't expecting him to do anything, but he just stole that ball away from Sauro. And now Akam through to Christian Ramirez, takes the shot, and Molino. Oh, no. Man, oh, man, oh, man. So close to getting a third. So it does look like they're going with a 4-3-3, our Columbus Crew, which means, yeah, they're going to be uber offensive, but they're going to be susceptible at the back. We need to take advantage of that right here, right now. Molino inside, cleared away. But the danger is not yet gone. Molino once again. Hartley inside to Nisi, and it's off the post. Oh, that was the closest that Columbus had a chance for a goal all day. It's back to our possession, and now Saucedo to the byline through to Molino, and just like that, winger to winger, it's 3-0 to the Fire. We might as well put not just this match on ice, but this tie. I mean, at this point in time, 3 away goals. That Columbus Crew need to match that. They need to match that in the second leg, and as I've said before, our stadium has been a fortress. We have barely lost at home, and I don't expect anything different in the next match, and I just took a look at the upper right-hand corner. Kevin Molino, not just player of the match, but he's also picked up a twisted knee. The talisman has picked up a twisted knee. It means he's going to be out for the next 3 weeks. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Let's take a look and see what he actually says. Wait for it. There was no injury notification right after the end of the match, which means that we probably got away with it. We did. We got away with an injury. It said twisted knee, and I was expecting that he was going to be out for 3 weeks, and that would have killed my momentum. But we do still have him, and we're going to have him for the second match versus Columbus, which will be happening in just a second. Well, unfortunately, it's almost like that he's going to be out with a twisted knee in the second leg because he's been called up for international duty, not just friendly international duty, it's World Cup qualifiers, so I can't pull him from the squad. If it was a friendly, yes, but since it's international qualifiers, I can't. So Molino is going to be out for the second leg. So if Molino out, that means Akam is moving to the left attacking wing side and Sauceda is going to be out on the right. And now that Ferreira is back from his suspension, he's taking over the defensive mid spot, meaning Bastian is going to be coming out from the bench. Other than that, everyone is remaining unchanged. And let's go back out there against Columbus Crew, a Crew team that is going to be coming out in a 4-3-3. I know. They're really trying to push the issue, but we were able to take care of that 4-3-3 for the last 45 minutes of the last match. Let's see if we can do it for a full 90. And the longer this goes on without a highlight, and we actually do finally get a highlight, but I was about to say the longer this goes on without a highlight, the better it is for me, because that means there's less chance for them to get a goal. What a great stop by Johnson as Mabati was bearing down on him, really. And one-on-one with the goalkeeper, fortunately for us, he has good shot-stopping ability and saving a sure goal. Half an hour gone now, Ramos coming up the wing, a great pass in from Mix, and oh, that could have been disaster right there for the Crew. Almost an own goal, and it had to be saved away at the last second. This is something I very fully expected. We're working well in the midfield. Ramos to Sauceda, if he crosses it back, he does! Akam skied it. He pulled a Torres. I've got nothing to say. I got nothing to say for Akam. I got nothing to say for Christian Ramirez, really. He's on a 6-5, so we're going to sub him out for Michael DeLue. And other than that, just tell the boys, just keep it going out there. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. We got a 3-0 lead on aggregates. Just keep it going out there, and we will come away with a win, and we'll get an advancement. 6 minutes gone in the half. Ball up to Sauceda. We're utilizing that right wing perfectly. We got Ramos. We got Sauceda. 2 great crossers of the ball. But unfortunately, we could not connect right there. We get it right back, though. Mix to Akam. Find a pass. Don't shoot it. Ball coming forward now. David Akam out on the wing. Don't really know what he's doing. Mix with the ball through to Michael DeLue, who takes the shot. Michael DeLue ends his goal drought. It's his 12th of the season. It's 1-0 to the Fire. It's 4-0 on aggregates. It's match over. This match is going by so much without a whimper from Columbus Crew in these last 20 minutes. They've just been resigned to their fate, as they are taking shots, but they're not taking shots on target like you see right there. With just 2 minutes left to go in this match, they are just done. 1 minute stoppage time on the clock. I'd say they're done, but they do in fact get a consolation goal in this match. It's 1-1 on the day, 4-1 on aggregates, but it doesn't matter. The Fire are still going through to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's not a bad free kick. Johnson could have done a lot better with that save. Parries it into the back of the net. What can you do? But hey, we had a big enough lead from the first leg where it didn't really matter what happened in the second leg. We had done the business, we did the job, and we're going to see ourselves through to Eastern Conference Finals. Now, who are we going to be facing? We don't even need to go ahead a couple of days. We're going to be playing off against DC United in the Eastern Conference Finals. They beat Toronto? How the hell they beat Toronto? Well, we must be getting into some late season form, but yes, we're going to be taking them on just like we did on Thursday, and hopefully we can come away with a nice solid victory here like what we did on Thursday. All right, now it's leg 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals versus DC United away in the nation's capital, and we do have returning players from both injury and international duty, so let's run down the lineup. Sean Johnson, of course, staying in net. Ramos, Kapelhoff, Mera, and Vincent. Brandon Vincent back from his injury. Along the back line, we have Pedro Ferreira going to be the defensive mid, with Diskerud and Schweinsteiger being the 2 center mids on this day. Akam and Molino on the wings. Christian Ramirez staying up front. Once again, just like last time, we need away goals if we want to put this match on ice. So let's go and do that. Let's kick off. See what happens. Well, of course, it all depends on if we can actually get any sort of highlight, which isn't good for us because we need away goals. Molino pumping the ball into the box, but it's cleared away through the Mix. Just needs one more pass through. If he just would have slipped it through to Christian, we probably could have been in on goal. There it is! Oh, there it is. David Akam, the assister, and Chris Ramirez gets his 17th goal of the season. It's Fire 1. It's DC United 0, 29 minutes in. And this is what I was talking about. We needed to get our away goals, because away goals are all important. And right there, what a great pass from Akam. Wasn't the best of passes, but Ramirez did the most of it made the most of it, and got us the lead. Schweinsteiger, free kick. I mean, Schweinsteiger needs to stop taking free kicks. He is just god-awful at them. It's a long ball over the top. Al-Haji is so wide open, but Ramos using his pace to cut down that attack and clear the ball out. What a guy. Halftime, and it's nervy. We have 63% of the ball, though, so there's that. But, oh man, we need to get a couple of those goals. We need to get one more at least before I feel remotely comfortable in this tie. So I'm not going to say much of anything except I'm not happy with the performance. You want to know why? Because we only have 1 goal lead. Let's get out there, make it 2, make it 3, and then I'll praise you at the end of the game. It's a free kick for DC within the first minute. And this is what I said. This is exactly what I said. And that DC United were going to come back if we kept in this game. We weren't going to get any more goals. And within the first minute, 75 seconds in, DC United equalize off of a corner kick. Not a lot of action, honestly, since that goal by DC United to equalize it, but we're back in it once again. 12 minutes from time, Akam, substitute Ramirez. Yes, there you go. Gets right back into the lead. Christian Ramirez with his brace on the day. It's 2-1 to the Fire. I saw a name for DC United that is going to ring a little worrisome with me, and that is Bradley Wright Phillips has come on for DC United, and we all know how good Bradley Wright Phillips is. Pele coming through. Bradley Wright Phillips gets the ball out to De Leon, to Igbonanike. What's he going to do? Crosses it into Bradley Wright Phillips. What did I just say? Brian, don't even say words, Brian. Don't even say words. Because they'll come true. It's 2-2. And the ball's being played around the midfield, and that's it. The ref blows his full-time whistle. It ends 2-2. We are still in the lead technically because of away goals, but ooh, boy, that's going to make the second leg very, very nervy. So let's just get right into that. So it's the second leg, and there's not going to be too many changes. One on the back line, and Joe Mara coming in for Iko Parra, and Freddie Guarin taking the spot of Bastian Schweinsteiger. Other than that, everybody else is remaining the same. Come on, boys. I want to come out on the offensive. I want to come out on the front foot and get these goals. Get these goals and just slip us through to the final so I don't have to worry about the rest of the match. Because getting goals early will just take away a lot of the stress on my part. Otherwise, I'm sitting here for the full 90, just hands on the armrest, just getting a grip. Squeaky bum time all the way through, and then David Akam just goes and does that. 6 minutes into the match, Ferreira out to Brandon Vincent, and he's putting a cross. No, he doesn't even do that. He just tries to get it to Guarin, and it's easily taken away by DC United. They're coming up on a break through to Boulder. Sean Johnson with a save. Long ball over the top to David Akam, but he doesn't have a lot of helpers. He does have somebody in the box, but it's not Mix. He actually took a shot from the top, and it wasn't that far away. Good save from the goalkeeper, though. Corner kick coming inside. El Hadji, just past the post. I was about to say, we can just count ourselves lucky that there was no highlights. I'm not happy with what you guys are doing out there. You're just lollygagging yourselves to 4 shots and only 2 of them on target. 54%, that is nice, but we need to turn that possession into some viable offense. Otherwise, as I said before, we keep our opponents in it long enough, we're going to grow to regret it. Out to Ramos. He does have several red shirts in the box. Akam right from the opening kickoff. 30 seconds in. We get ourselves the first goal of the match. It's 3-2. And now DC need to score 2 goals if they want to have any sort of chance of winning this match. And this is just textbook Chicago Fire play when we swap to attack. We play it down the middle, force them to bunch up, get it out to the wings, and then cross it back in. 3 minutes into the half, what are we going to do with the ball now? It falls to Mix, to Molino. It's a wide open net. The goalkeeper came off his line to parry it away, but it went right to a Fire player who then passed it to Kevin Molino into the back of the net. The talisman getting himself on the score sheet today. It's now 2-0, 4-2 on aggregate. Oh, and this was what I wanted early, but I'm glad I got it nonetheless, and now I can breathe a little easier. Just over the hour mark, and we have the ball once again. Guarin through to Mix to Kevin Molino. Some great passing. Ramirez out to Vincent. Several Fire shirts in the box. But it's a penalty. David Braz of DC United fouling Christian Ramirez in the box. And who's going to step up to take it? Well, none other than the striker himself, Christian Ramirez. Wait, I may have spoke too soon. Freddie Guarin is going to step up and take it. Not often that you see him take a penalty, but what can he do with it? Into the right side, and Freddie Guarin gets himself his first goal for the club, and possibly his last goal for the club, because I am looking to move him on at the end of the season. So Freddie Guarin, congratulations, your first and quite possibly your last goal for the Fire, helping us out, put this match on ice, and we are absolutely going to an MLS Cup final. I said we are going to the Cup, said we are going to the Cup, said we are going to the Cup. Welp, I shouldn't have sang there. Oh man, DC United get themselves one back. It's now 3-1 on the day, 5-3 on aggregate. There are still, what's that? 24 minutes left in the match? Okay, 24 minutes left. Ball over the top, a calm to Kevin Molino, and the Talisman regains the 3-goal lead just like that. It doesn't even matter anymore because we are going to the Cup for now and for sure. Chicago Fire 6, DC United 3. With 16 minutes left to go in this match, yeah, this is pretty much over at this point in time. Might as well make some subs. And there it is. The referee blows his full-time whistle, and the Chicago Fire have made it to a second straight MLS Cup final. Now all that matters is who are we going to be facing? Is it Portland? Is it Portland like I expected? Let's take a look and see how the Western Conference has in fact broken down. And I just took a look right up here. Colorado has come out of the Western Conference. Now I'm very curious. I'm extremely curious to see how the Western Conference came down to it. Colorado beating Portland 2-1 on aggregate. Portland was down 2-0 at one point in time. They needed an Adi goal, but unfortunately it was too little too late. Darlington Nagbe also being sent off for the Timbers. That's very unfortunate for them because Darlington Nagbe, one of the better players on the side. In fact, one of the better players on the U.S. men's national team. So very unfortunate for Portland, but fortunate for us because we're not getting the best team, one of the best teams in the MLS. We're getting Colorado, who I believe finished 4th in the Western Conference. So good for us. And of course, I couldn't go through another MLS Cup playoff without having to announce who our opponents will be in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And for the second year in a row, we're taking on an MLS side in the quarterfinals. We have drawn against the Montreal Impact. A very unfortunate draw because I thought this time around it would have gone USA versus Mexico in all 4 rounds. But the rest of the teams shape up as follows. New York Red Bulls take on Pumas, Leon takes on Morelia, and Pachuca takes on New York City FC. So a good draw for us in the end. I just wish it wasn't MLS versus MLS. I want to try and get as many possible MLS teams in the semifinal, but at least we're going to get one. So it all comes down to this, the final of the MLS Cup playoffs. It's Chicago Fire, who are the home team, versus very surprising Colorado Rapids side, taking out Portland and basically preventing a rematch of last year. So if they can take down a hotly contested team, a hotly produced team like Portland, then they have all the ability in the world to take us down. But the lineup that we're going to put out as follows hopefully will take them down and take them down with ease. Sean Johnson's in net. Ramos, Kapelhoff, Opara, Vincent along the back line. Schweinsteiger is going to be the defensive mid today. Ferreira's on the bench. Guarin Discrude ahead of him. Molino and Akam on the wings. Christian Ramirez sitting up top as the lone striker. We need to get the goals quick. We need to get the goals fast and basically put this out of reach just like last year versus Portland. Can we do it?
Yes, we can.
I said, can we do it?
Yes, we can.
I think we can do it. Let's go kick off and see what happens, and hopefully we raise a second MLS Cup. Free kick, or I should say corner kick to us, 13 minutes on, ball inside, but it's cleared away. Mix. Can he get it back into the mix? Finds Guarin, gets it inside of Molino. Oh, just couldn't get a head onto it, or if he did, Andre Blake was right there to make the save. I have noticed that this control formation really hasn't had the best of times this year. It's usually been us starting on control and then moving up to attack, just to be a little bit more aggressive with our nature. It seems like the teams have been built around trying to break down our controlling style. So I guess good for us that we actually had a decent formation for the last couple years, and now we need to try and rebuild it. Ramos now with the ball off of the throw-in. Can he win it back? He does. He does still have red shirts in the box, but Andre Blake there with the save. Ramos throw that cross back in, but he just can't do it. We're just continuing to stockpile this pressure. Kevin Molino tries to get it through, but it's a good punch away by Andre Blake, and now what are Colorado going to do with it? Are they going to hit us on a counter? Marco Papa up to Powers, back to Papa, to Ramirez. What a save by Johnson. That was point blank, and that could have easily been a Colorado goal. Schweinsteiger, top of the box, gets it out to Molino. One touch pass to Mix. It's outside the post. Oh, we're getting close. Mix, we're just continuing to pile on the pressure against Colorado. They have done very well to... No, I was about to say they had done very well to weather the storm, but David Accam, the least likely man to score a goal on this team, somehow has got 11 goals this season and scores one here. Puts us into the lead 4 minutes from halftime. That's some great passing to get him up to it, too. Molina with the assist. Gets it to Accam just underneath the goalkeeper's hands, and we got ourselves a lead in the final. As I was just about to say, Colorado had a very nice bend but don't break policy right up until that goal. They were weathering our storm, weathering our pressure, and then Accam just said, F it, let's go. Let's get the goals, let's get this trophy, and let's see the season out with a nice win. Free kick, Mix gets it into Kevin Molino, who's just onside. The Schweinsteiger in his final match. In his final match, he scores for the third time this season. It's Chicago 2, it's Colorado 0, and we still have a half hour to play, but Jesus. Molino, once again, the talisman, feeding anybody and everybody, and he finds the man who is going to see himself out of this game of football at the end of this season. What a guy. Colorado is not going to go quietly into the night. They got themselves an attacking chance. Marco Papa to Leandro to Ramirez. What a save by Johnson. This guy, I don't know how he's not winning goalkeeper of the year every year. He didn't win it last year. He didn't win it this year, but he's very, very close. So it's a foul on Colorado. Thank God it's not us. 8 minutes left to go in this match. Cerna through to Papa. They're still coming at us. It's going to be a corner kick. Who's going to take it? Marco Papa, former Chicago fireman, inside to Ramirez, and they get one back. This game is not over, folks. It is 2-1 with 7 minutes left to go. Off the corner kick, Papa finds Ramirez, who then one times into the back of the net. Nobody marking him. Very shocked that nobody was marking him. Yeah, you're going to score goals if you're not marked. Let's go back out to Guarin, playing it through the middle. Accam to Delu. Delu taking a shot! Oh, and Delu just says, screw it, we're coming home with the MLS Cup from the top of the D. The Dutch Lion makes it 3-1 to the Fire with 3 minutes left to go. Honestly, I was just thinking this was not going to happen. There was nothing coming to that, but Delu with a rocket shot into the top of the net. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. 1 minute stoppage time on the clock is pretty much come and gone. The referee just needs to blow his full-time whistle, and we will see ourselves as MLS Cup champions for the second year in a row. We're on an attack. Doesn't really matter at this point in time. It's full time. Chicago 3, Colorado 1. It got a little nervy there at the end, but overall, we do come away with a victory and second straight MLS Cup champions. Get in, boys. Taking Chicago from worst to first, and we get ourselves an achievement out of it. Iron Curtain. Iron Curtain, I'm going to have to take a look at what that one is, but oh man, oh man, oh man. Just 2 straight MLS Cups, 3 straight Supporter Shields, 3 straight Eastern Conference champions. You know what? We just still need the US Open Cup, and we just need the Champions League. That's all we need at this point in time. But let's take a look at some of the results. Let's take a look at some of the awards and then the final stats before we end this episode. And then tomorrow, during Christmas, we'll have ourselves a transfer special. So just going down the line, we have been awarded $200,000 in allocation money because we won the MLS Cup. Chicago celebrating the double, of course. We get another $100,000 for qualifying for the Champions League, so good on us for that. Anything else? Sebastian Giovinco has claimed the Most Valuable Player award, and he had 17 goals and 24 appearances. Not bad. Hartley named Rookie of the Year. Nobody I know, and probably nobody I scouted. I think I scouted Hartley, but that was about it. Goalkeeper of the Year, Andre Blake. We go up against the Goalkeeper of the Year winner, Sean Johnson, coming in second once again. As you can see here, Andre Blake had 28 appearances with 27 conceded. Johnson was close. He had 32 conceded in 34. So yeah, just a little bit more, and I guess that's what voters were looking at. Very unfortunate. Beta Sure wins Defender of the Year. Coach of the Year, third time in a row. Gendo is Coach of the Year. Overall Best 11, actually MLS Best 11. We got Iko Para, we got Kevin Molino, and that's about it. Yeah, we don't have Christian Ramirez up there, who I thought we would have had up there. Overall squad, end of season awards. Kevin Molino, player of the season with a 55%. As expected, he did absolutely phenomenal. Kevin Molino, goal of the season as well, very early on versus Monterrey in the Champions League. If you want to go back and see that, that was about like 5 episodes ago. Bastian Schweinsteiger, signing of the season, $111,000 from Manchester United. 1, still surprised that they sold him for that much, and 2, surprised that he was only going for $500,000 this season, that he didn't ask for gobs and gobs of money. So taking a pay cut to come play for us, well on that man. And then Young Player of the Season, Rodrigo Ramos. That's going to be the last time he will win that award because he is 23 and you can't win it past 23. Goals and assists. Top goal scorers. We actually had 4 players in double digits this time around. Christian Ramirez leading the way, the new signing, with 18 goals. Kevin Molino with 17. Michael Deleu with 13. David Accam with 11. Louis Solignac, the next closest, with 7. Total assists. Now, I would have thought Kevin Molino was higher on this list, and in fact, I thought he would have been number 1. But that award goes to Rodrigo Ramos, the right back. Yes, right backs are still a little OP in this game in the fact that they can still put in a decent amount of crosses and get a decent amount of assists. So, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's still out there. But aside from that, Accam with 10, Molino with 7, or Molino with 8, and Freddie Guarin with 7. Then overall average rating, as you would expect, Kevin Molino, the winger, the talisman, with a 7.30 rating. Ramos with a 7.24. Christian Ramirez, 7.21. So overall, a lot of good coming out of this squad this season once again. And not a lot of players that I really want to just get rid of because of poor performances. A lot of players I want to get rid of just because I don't want to pay their contracts, and I feel like I can bring in somebody better now with all this money that we got from the new owner takeover. As I said before, the midfielders, I'm still looking through those. I'm still scouting them, and I got a whole list. But also I'm trying to look for new strikers now because the time has come to get rid of the Dutch Lion. Michael Deleu has lost a lot in speed and physicality. His finishing is still there, but I don't really feel like I want to keep him on anymore. I have his contract through to the end of next season, but I do want to replace him. In fact, I actually want to replace Louis Solignac too. Christian Ramirez being my number 1 guy at this point in time, I feel like Deleu and Solignac are just relegated to backup guys within my current squad. So we'll worry about that in the next episode tomorrow on the transfer special. Other than that, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this episode. Once again, Chicago Fire MLS Cup champs all across the board. If you liked what you saw, of course, please go and hit that like button. It lets me know that you're still interested in the series, and of course, subscribe if you are new. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, guys, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.